The accounting and reporting policies of the company for the year ended 31st December 2023 are consistent with legal requirements and ethical practice. The internal audit program are extensive and provide a satisfactory evaluation of the efficiency of internal control systems. C. The scope and planning of the statutory independent audit for the year ended 31st December 2023 are satisfactory, and we have considered the independent auditor's post-audit report and management responses thereon and are satisfied with the responses to our questions. In our opinion, the scope and planning of the audits for the year ended 31st December 2023, together with the consolidated and separate audited financial statements, were satisfactory. The external auditors have discharged their duties conscientiously and satisfactorily. We are satisfied with the executive management responses to the auditor's findings. Signed, Shegun Colcrick, Chairman, Audit Committee. Other members, Tunde Odoye, Olatunji Oladiji, Mrs. Cecile Oshikweton, and Mr. Babatunde Pierce.
Thank you very much. I now lay before you the report on the financial statements for the financial year ended 31st December 2023. To answer any questions relating thereto before we proceed to the next item of business. Okay, please, let's start from the front.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. All protocol observed. My name is Peter Enyanuku. Having said that, the account we are considering for today is a good account. And going to the page 46, that's profit for the year ended. That's 540 million naira plus. Total income together, that's making 766 million. Please keep it up. Having said that, the final dividend of 5 kobo, thank you for that. Next year, no kobo anymore. I think next year will be better than this year.
Amen.
Going to page 47, assets. I'm seeing the investment in property is very low. Please, let's keep it up. I think, Chairman, you said.
Yes, please, sorry.
That's page 47. Investment in property. Let's keep it up because property is already appreciated. Let's put more money on that property. The borrowing. The other one is other office expenses. I think combined with last year, that's what I think. Posting and telephone, that's what I think I've done from here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity given to me. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Chairman, other members of the board, and my fellow shareholders. I say good morning. I also like to tell all of us that Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance and company of the season. And I believe for our company which we are looking for, we are the time that this very Christmas is very close. I think the chairman has a Christmas gift for us today. I would like to look from the chairman. Thank you, sir. To start with, my name is Abayo Adebayo, National President, Passionate Shareholders Association of Nigeria Incorporated. And please, I want to start by referring to the registrar. We know them to be very efficient and effective. I just want to tell them that they should not repeat what happened today. They came a bit late. We'll be here long before the case. And we only got this another report here. Few minutes to this meeting. So that did not give us enough time to go through. So registrar, please take note. We are not asking to bring your head. I just telling you that next time you try and come much more early than when you came today. I would like to start my comment from page 17. That is the page that impressed me most in all of this, and all of the figures in this report, page 17. Result for the year. Page 17, result for the year. You see there, profit before income tax went up in 2020 we have 202 million, and in 2023 we have 560 million. This is very, very impressive. And also profit for the year, for 2022 we have 148 million, and for 2023 we have 530. I think the board deserves a round of applause. But this is where you know a result that is, good or not. So this shows how good and how nice this result is. This is a very excellent result. Please keep it up. Having said that, I also like to mention on page 17 and page 8, where the issue of dividend is mentioned, as mentioned earlier, but just also commend the board for that. The payment of, the proposal of 5 Kobo dividend or 5 Kobo final dividend today, which we are going to approve, in addition to the interim principle that will make the total dividend for the year under review to come up to 15 Kobo as a whole. I think this is also very impressive. 15 Kobo dividend in the year under review. This board is keeping it up. We really appreciate you for this. This is a very wonderful performance. And on page 24 to 26, where we have corporate governance and attendance at board meetings. I went through the page and I see the attendance of the board at their meetings. It's very, very impressive. Almost 100%. Including that of the statutory committee. They also attended their meeting very accurately. But I will advise that for the future, we should not have only attendance of the directors and the statutory committee in the report. We should also have the attendance at meetings of other board subcommittees. I believe the board have other subcommittees. So they should also give us their own attendance at meetings so that we know how committed they are also. And I also want to commend the board, like the external information, that the board did not pay any penalty in the course of the year. This is also highly commendable. I want to encourage the board to please keep this up. And I noticed in this report that there are some reports that are missing, which I would also like to point out and advise the board to please look at this for the future. like I noticed that I will have the chairman statement, which I have gone through and I see very detailed and very commendable. But I would suggest that in addition to the chairman statement, like we used to have in other reports of other companies, we should also have the report of the MP. Because it is the MP that runs the company for the whole 365 days. And we should be able to have his own report too. So that we can know, score in for his stewardship for that year. So please let's take it of this. The MD report is also very important in the annual report, if you please take note. On page 4, where we have board composition. I think this issue was raised last year AGM, and the chairman tried to address it, which I reason with what the chairman has said. But I just want to said that though our board is very small, that is understandable. But because the issue of having INED, that is independent non-executive director of the board, is just complete. And I will suggest that we can just have at least one. Because it is inside camera, it is a camera that all the bunch of all private companies should have at least 3 independent non-executive directors. But for our board, because we are still very small, we can still start with one. So that we will be penalized with this in the future. So please let's just take note of this. And on page 9, I want to also say that apart from having the profile of our directors on our website, because it is stated on page 9, the profile of our directors can be viewed on the company's website. But I think it is not enough for us to have the profile of directors on our company's website. Please, for the future, let's also have it included in this annual report. So, I think that will make us appreciate them more. That is what other companies do. They include the director's profile in the annual report. And I think we should please take it for this. For this one, on page 5, where we have major bankers, and I will not mention names. But when I go through the names of major bankers there's one particular bank there, which I believe many of us here will be aware of this, that bank is presently having some serious issues. And there's a people said it would be advisable that people need to mind the amount of money they have in that bank. And I don't know how well they've been able to resolve that issue. We should just please take note of that. And page 13, I noticed that Mrs. Cecilia Shepito is the only female on the board. And I think she's not here. I would just encourage her to personal courage. She should not be intimidated. And I think the men too should look at how they bring in, maybe if possible, one more lady, so that it should be only Mrs. Cecilia on the board. So this is what I think I would wish what to do. Thank you. God bless you. Please try and keep this result. Let's keep it a very good result. God bless our directors. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Other protocol order. And my fellow shareholders. My name is Engineer Abbas. Thank you. Engineer. New York, thank you. Okay. My advice is go to group for management director, which is Akola. Because you are concerned to the former group MD. It's not his own report. I hope that next year his report, you are supposed to have his own report, so that his report must be better than this. The one that we are considering now. And the former group director that has spent 4 years in affairs of this company that has done the real service for this our great company. I wish him I pray for him that he will continue to assist this company because he is not executive director now. The second point is that let us go to page The one that I read about us is for page 12 and 13, where the former group director have retired. And this that to know that this group director that is Mr. Bolaron. But the second point is that on page 25 and 26, about to Dr. Babatunde, when you go to page 25, where you check the Babatunde agenda in director meeting, he attend to have the meeting throughout. But when you go to page 26, it's not yet appointed. I don't know why the reason that even on 17 March 2023, not even attend the meeting. But when you go to page 25, on 20, 2023, they attend all the meetings throughout. I don't know the reason why not attending any meeting, all this committee appear. Thank you for this.
Okay, let me just quickly go with the last one. I think you were looking at the statutory audit committee, of which you was not yet a member at that time. That was the board. He was a member of the board, but not a representative of the board on the statutory audit committee. We can spend some more time after the meeting if we are still not coming. Let me just start with the issue of Mr. Adebayo maybe at this point. Yes, we will appoint an independent director. We are traded on NLC, we are not listed on NLC. So we are not a quoted company. We are just a company that is traded on NLC because we are PLC. It is to ensure that anybody who has shares in us can trade transparently in a fair manner and in an open market. But we are not yet listed. For you made mention of the director's fee. I can tell you that the figures you are quoting included the directors of the subsidiary. If you take the whole number and divide by the amount we are talking about, you will know that the directors are under remunerated. I can assure you that we do struggle to balance the interest of shareholders with how much they pay directors. Indeed, we are embarrassed that no director gets a sitting allowance that is up to 200,000 naira. And we know that all of them are high caliber people. If they sit on other boards, they will be commanding sitting allowance double that. But because of their interest in the company, they enjoy the low director's fees that we offer. I can assure you that we are trying to grow the business so that we can also have robust remuneration for our directors. But you also know that it is important that the directors, especially those who never miss any meeting, it is important that their time be well remunerated. Otherwise, they will not show interest. They have other things that will take their time and consume their attention. So I can assure you that on the other expenses that you have noted, I'm sure you live in Nigeria. You're just from Ghana. Ghana is even worse. I mean, so if you know that the inflation we have been struggling with. I mean, so expenses are something we try to manage, but it's in the main out of our control. We operate in an environment, and we have to live with the strictures of that environment. But I can assure you that we work everything. Sitting here is an Ijebu man. He does not regard being called Ijebu an abuse. He wears it with pride. So, as you know, so I can assure you that we try to manage our costs. On the issue of whether we should invest in more property, we have a strategy which also includes maybe a little bit more exposure to real estate. But this business is a sacrifice. If you invest in real estate, the returns are low until you sell. And therefore we must balance the two. On borrowing, there is financial institution. The money we use is not the shareholders' fund. As you can see our balance sheet, and you can see the shareholders' fund. CBN, for the finance house, for instance, CBN allows us to have 8 times our capital in borrowing. We are not yet there. But, when you use your money, if you have return on your money, when you use borrowed funds, if you earn more than what you are paying, what's on top of it goes to shareholders. So unless you want us to reduce what we are borrowing so that we can use only our money, in which case we have to bring more money. So that's what they call, finance people call the power of leverage. And therefore, we will continue to borrow, but we won't exceed our capacity. We are, as you know, we've been in finance house business even before most finance house businesses came on board. We've been here since 1978. We've seen various cycles, right? And we have survived. That says something about our risk management capability. And I can assure you that we are still very much conscious of the risk we take when we borrow. And these companies, we intend to be here even 100 years after we started. So your shares can still go to your children. Everybody coming. You remember that? Everybody come inside. They came after us. They've left us there. And we still intend to be there. Okay. Thank you very much for all your comments and your commendation to the board and the management. But I want to assure you that all this would not have been possible but for the dedication of our staff and able management. And the choice of having this meeting at around Christmas is not ours to make. We have regulators who, especially for our finance house, this movement, you will know that we always try to have our meetings before the end of the third quarter. But this year we've been forced to do it. We'll try and do better. This year the auditors were very helpful. We were able to submit our accounts before end of March, but somehow, there have been changes also in CD. So that has also slowed the process. I'm sure that next year it will be better. But fortuitously, for some of us, we've been broke all along. So receiving dividend at Christmas is very good, because now we can buy rice, even if we haven't been able to buy rice. And chicken, if you can still find that, I can tell you that the dividend which will be paid, I believe, today, will come in handy. And I also wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Do we have any question online? Anybody checking the chat box? No question. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. In view of time constraints, we will not be able to take any further questions. I hereby declare that the annual report on account of the company for the year ended December 31, 2023 be and are hereby received. Yeah, I'm just saying I declare that it's been received. Declaration of dividend. The board is pleased to recommend to the shareholders a total dividend of 50 million at 5 kobo per 50 kobo ordinary share for the 2023 financial year, which will be subject to the deduction of appropriate withholding tax at the time of payment. I hereby move that the total dividend of 50 million at 50 kobo per 50 kobo ordinary share, as recommended by the board, be and is hereby payable to members whose names appear in the register of members at the close of business on Monday, 27th November 2023, subject to the deduction of appropriate withholding tax at the time of payment. Will someone please second the motion? Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Lawal Oluwaki. I decided to second the motion.
Thank you very much. Will all those in favor of this motion signify by raising their admission card or hand? Do we have any conscientious objectors? I declare that the motion has been unanimously carried. Then we have the next item is the re-election of directors. The next item of the agenda is the re-election of retiring directors. In accordance with Section 285 of Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, the following directors retire by rotation at this annual general meeting and being eligible offer themselves for re-election. Mr. Olusola Mobolin, which is myself, and Mr. Akinsola Ale. I hereby hand over the proceedings to Mr. Higo to oversee the re-election proceedings. I'm using Mr. Higo because he is experienced in this matter. Mr. Jede will do it next time. I haven't learned from this from his predecessor.
Mr. Chairman, if you wish a member to resolution that the directors offering themselves for election, which shall be elected by a single resolution. I hereby move that the election of Mr. Olutola Mobelini and Mr. Akinsola as the offer for election should be taken by a single resolution. Will someone please second the motion? Thank you. Will balance it, Madam? I second the motion. I think you look so, thank you. I now put this motion to vote. Will all those in favor of this motion signify by raising the admission card? May I request that any member who has any objection to the motion to kindly signify by raising the admission card? I declare that the motion carried unanimously. I therefore move Mobelini and Mr. Akinsola Ali be and hereby elected directors of the company respectively. This is going to get a winner. Will someone please second the motion?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Lion Dicharimo.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I now put this motion to vote. Will all those in favor of this motion signify by raising their admission card hand? May I request that any member who has any objection to the motion to kindly signify by raising their admission card hand? I hereby hand over proceedings to the chairman Olutola Mobelini.
For a minute, I thought we were going to sit tight of returning us as directors of the company. We do not take that privilege for granted. The next item on the agenda is to authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of the auditors, Messrs. BDO Professional Services, who have indicated a willingness to continue in office as the company's auditors and are reappointed auditors for the ensuing year without any resolution being passed. A resolution is, however, required to authorize the directors to fix their remuneration by virtue of section 401, subsection 2 of Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020. I hereby move that the directors be and are hereby authorized to fix the remuneration and expenses of the auditors for the year ending 31st December 2024. Will someone please rise and second the motion? Thank you very much. I now put this motion to vote. Will all those in favor of this motion signify by raising their admission card stroke hand? Thank you. Will those opposed please raise their hand? May I request that any member who has any objection, okay, I declare the motion unanimously carried. The next item is the election of members of the statutory audit committee. Section 404, subsection 3 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 provides that the public company shall appoint an audit committee comprising 3 members, representatives of shareholders, and 2 non-executive directors. Only 3 valid nominations were received within the statutory time limit. There being no other valid nominations received, the following shareholders who are members of the Statutory Audit Committee are returned unopposed. Yes. Yeah. Pardon? You filed a nomination. Okay. Okay. Can you go to the registrar? You submitted to the registrar. Okay. You got submitted. What date? 15 October. Okay. You did not advise the company secretary. Huh? Okay. It's valid. It's valid. Okay, so what we'll do is, we'll put we'll conduct, huh? Okay, okay. So we'll conduct one by one, and then the highest number. Okay, Mr. Adebayo, we will recognize your nomination. Can we, who was nominated? Or he nominated himself? Oh, okay. Who nominated him? Abosede Josephine. Is he a shareholder? He's a shareholder. Okay. Okay. So we will start with the nomination of Mr. Adebayo. Will all those in support of Mr. Adebayo, please raise. Is somebody counting? Hmm? 17. Okay. Will those nominating or in support of the chairman of the committee, Mr. Shegun Kwauke? Will those in favor of Mr. Chief Tunde Odoye please raise their hand? Thank you. Will those in support of Mr. Olatunji Oladiji please raise their hand? 21. Can I have the result? Okay, we have the results here. And this is a truly independent electoral commission. And it's very transparent. You see, it's IREV. The IREV works. For the chairman of the committee, we had 37 votes. For Mr. Olatunji Oladiji, we had 21 votes. For Chief Tunde Odonye, we have 20 votes. For Mr. Adebayo, we have 17 votes. It's quite a close, it was well contested. But I'm sure that Mr. Adebayo is a resilient man. I know him. He'll come back. Therefore, I hereby declare that Mr. Segun Kolfik, Mr. Olatunji Oladiji, and Chief Tunde Odonye are hereby elected members of the Statutory Audit Committee pursuant to Section 404, subsection 6 of the Companies Act, to serve on the Audit Committee until the conclusion. Will someone please? Oh, and of course, the two nominated directors are Mrs. Cecilia Ochipito and Dr. Abatunde Pierre. Will somebody please rise and second the motion? No, please give it to Mr. Adebayo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I so second Abayomi Adebayo.
Thank you very much. You see how gracious a man can be. And we hope that Mr. Adebayo we'll have to send you to our politicians. But first of all, I'll have to go and train INEC on how to be independent. Okay. The item on the agenda is the disclosure of remuneration of managers of the company. Sections 257 and 238 of Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 requires the disclosure of the remuneration of managers of the business. Section 257 of Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 specifically provides for compensation for managers of the business must be disclosed to members at the general meeting. The remuneration of managers of the company is disclosed on page 108 of the annual report. This is a disclosure requirement and no resolution is required. Special business. A 25% increase is being proposed to the remunerations of directors for the financial year ending 21st December 2024. I therefore invite a member to propose the motion. I propose that a 25% increase. I now invite a member to second the motion?
Hi, Peter Enyanuku. I told you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, I propose all those in favor of this motion, please signify by raising your hand. Those against? Okay. Looks like you have to close down this bus stop. The meeting has been unanimously carried. The motion has been unanimous. Distinguished shareholders, ladies and gentlemen, having dealt with all the matters on the agenda for which proper notice was given, we have come to the end of the journey. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I would like to thank you very much for your time and contribution. I wish you all God's blessings and safe journey to your final destination. And have a very, very pain-free 2025. Whether it's E pain or P pain or Y pain, you will not know any pain. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. I must also acknowledge our regulators who have patiently followed our proceedings and sacrificed the time to be here. We thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you next year. But you know we will always work together throughout the year. And we cherish the relationship. And we appreciate the guidance that you give. And I hope that we will have not only guidance, but also some indulgence. I will now ask the managing director to give us a vote of thanks.
On behalf of the board, management, and staff of Capital Bancorp PLC, I want to thank everybody here present, the regulators, our esteemed shareholders, the company secretary, the external auditors, the registrar, members of the audit committee, everybody that have come to this event. Thank you very much. We appreciate your presence, and we wish you a safe trip back to your vacations, wherever that may be. We hope to see you again next year by the grace of God. Thank you. Somebody please give us a closing prayer. Somebody. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى أزواجه وذريته كما صليت على آل وبارك على محمد وعلى أزواجه وذريته كما باركت على آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. We thank Almighty Allah. We thank God for being here and have the successful meeting. So we pray that the Almighty Allah will support back to our various destinations by the grace of God, inshallah al-Kareem. سبحانك اللهم ربنا وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم. Thank you very much. I think
Okay, as we write for the national anthem, I also understand that if you sing the national anthem, you can join us on the fifth floor for them. No, no. Everybody can have the everybody is invited. So national anthem first.